What's up, guys? I'm bringing you OLT round 4 losers bracket ABR vs Isza. This is game 1. ABR has this really cool Nidoking team. I love this mon. Underrated threat going in. Isza has a pretty standard Rotom Landorus Volturn core and like just everything standard. That Mega Scizor, that Clef, like standard dot Pokemon. We will go right into game 1. ABR leads with Scizor as Isza leads with Lando. We see ABR go to Clef, yes, on the Whisper on the Volt Switch. Isza makes the correct prediction, goes for Volt Switch. Into Heatran, as we see Heatran go for Rocks or Taunt here. Go for Rocks as ABR predicts that. Goes for his own Rocks. Like you would think ABR would switch out predicting Taunt, but he does not. Isza goes for Lava Plume. ABR knocks off the lefties. That's a pretty cool Clef set, Rocks knockoff. Clef is such a cool mon, like it has great move pool, amazing mon. Busted, S rank. Nice to see ABR not beat a disgusting T-Wave set as he goes to Starmie trying to spin, but Isza doubles to Rotom, making a nice play. And we'll probably see Isza Volt Switch here as ABR goes to Chomp predicting that. Ooh, ABR the king. Do we see ABR pivot into his Clefable predicting Wisp? Or do we see ABR going for Sub? No, he pivots into Clef, nice play. As Isza goes into his own Clef. Clef on Clef action, I think ABR will go for knockoff, yeah. Isza goes for the T-Wave. ABR does not get fully paralyzed. And I can see ABR going into Nidoking here. As Isza predicts that and goes to Landorus. Oof, making plays. Does ABR go to Nidoking? Yes, he does. And this is probably Scarf Landorus, so ABR has to switch out. He goes to Garchomp. This is Tank Jump. That's not Tank Jump, that's Offensive Jump. And we see ABR go to Thundurus on the obviously locked into Earthquake Landorus. As Isza predicts the Thundurus or some sort of switch. Yeah, probably the Thundurus goes to Clef. As ABR hits that with a T-Wave, gets the full para. T-Bolt it. Which item is ABR? He gets crit by Moonblast and special attack dropped. He's not Life Orb and he's not lefties on Thundurus. It's interesting. Clef does not get fully paralyzed a few times. And gets off the softball as ABR goes to Starmie to get up the spin. Yep. Isza goes hard into Laddie and we can see ABR going to Scizor or Clef here. As ABR goes to Clef. Not risking a potential HP fire from the Laddie. The Laddie just goes for Defog though. Makes sense. Isza wants those rocks gone as Heatran comes out. Clef just gets the rocks back up. As we probably see okay, the Heatran also goes for rocks. And Starmie just keeps spinning those away. And Isza's Laddie is getting chipped away by rocks and rapid spin chip damage. Nice 4%. Will we see Isza defog again? This time maybe stays and goes for the Scald Burn. Yeah, Isza goes for defog. And I can see ABR going into Scizor Clef now. Isza goes into Scizor, but ABR just scalds. Does this Starmie live a Draco from full? ABR does not burn the Scizor and he just reflect types. Cool new animation. Isza goes to Rotom, but ABR can just spam Scald because he's not weak to Volt Switch anymore thanks to Reflect type. That does nothing, yeah. I'm really liking this team ABR has. As Isza goes into Landorus to fire off a U-turn, pretty sure, yep, that does nothing because ABR is electric type and water type, he's no more weak to U-turn. As ABR can just keep spamming Scald, and I don't know why Isza's not going to Clef. Like, see, Rotom gets burned, that's, I don't know, maybe Clef would have been a better play. Maybe Clef doesn't have anything to touch this Starmie, I don't know, I'm a bit confused. As Isza's just Volturning around, going back to Landorus, clicking U-turn on knockoff here. Yeah, predicts knockoff, will we see knockoff, will we see U-turn? If knockoff came out there, ABR would have been a god, it would have been a dawn. Isza goes to his own Scizor, as we see both Scizors Mega Evolve. As Isza roosts up an ABR property Oh! ABR goes for HP Fire! Set! Yeah, when you look at ABR's team, he is kind of weak to Scizor. And he has a juicy HP Fire Mega Scissor to beat opposing Scissor. This Isza just gets up some damage with Bullet Punch on a Nidoking. As ABR over predicted that turn here, where the opposing Scissor roosts and ABR U-turns instead of spamming HP Fire. But the Scissor gets a chip on the Nidoking, but the Nidoking kills it with Earth Power. And Scarflanders comes back in. We see ABR go to Clef on a knockoff. Clef loses the lefties. That's nice for Isza, but this is looking good for ABR. He does not get fully powered, he gets the rocks back up. Pretty sure ABR wins this. Heatran spamming Lava Plume, hoping for that burn on the Starmie. Gets the burn on the Starmie. I can see ABR doubling out into like... Okay, and he doesn't. Never mind. As he just goes for a Skull, does 49 on the Heatran. That's a bulky-ish trend. The trend just gets up rocks, and Starmie goes for Recover or Spin, I would assume. We see Recover come out. And I can see Isza just U-turning here. Because you don't want to give that Mega Scissor a free switch, right? Do we see the U-turn? No, we see Earthquake. It's not a 2-KO, so ABR can roost off the damage. HP Fire Scissor, man, ABR is such a god. What? That's such a cool lure. Like if you're weak to opposing Mega Scissor. As Isza goes to Rotom on the roost, and ABR goes hard into Garchomp. On the Pain Split, oh my god, somebody stop ABR. As ABR Earthquakes, making a... what? Predicting the Clef? Isza just Hydro Pumps, takes out the Garchomp. I mean, ABR is still in a good position. You can bring out Nidoking here and get a kill, basically. But Lodge Wave, yeah. Isza could have gone Landorus there, but that's way too risky. Not worth making that play. As Scarflander comes back out, ABR just goes Scissor, plays it safe. And that Earthquake does nothing, and Scissor just roosts it off like it's its job, I would assume. Yep. You see the Heatran come out. The Heatran losing its lefties earlier was key. Like, that's why knockoff is so broken. Like, oh my god. Like, Clef knocking off Trend was really nice for ABR. Lava Plume Trend, this Lava Plume Heatran Lava Plumes, this time it doesn't get the burn. As Starmie spins and gets Toxic. You probably see a Scald or a double switch from ABR here. He just Scalds. Clef is paralyzed, it does not care. It has Magic Guard anyway, even if it would have gotten burned, it wouldn't care. It's Isza goes for Moonblast, ABR goes hard into Nidoking, the threat is out. Do we see Sludge Wave? Yes we do. Isza goes into Heatran. Do we see Isza go Landorus on the Earth Power? No. That would have been a juicy pivot, but then again, that would have been way too risky. As Isza probably goes for U-turn with Landorus here. Or for Earthquake, hoping for some crits. No, we just see U-turn. And this Mega Scissor basically just wins right now. Bullet Punch, 2-hit KOs the Clef. That Clef will get paralyzed sooner or later, and it gets paralyzed there. And gets 2-hit KO'd. This is game 1. Yeah, ABR takes this pretty convincingly. I don't know, my English is I don't know what's the correct term for that word. Whatever. As the Laddie comes in, Scissor switches out. ABR keeps that Scissor on the back just so he doesn't lose to the Scarflanders potentially. Sex of the Nidoking instead, revenges the Laddie with the Thunderous. As Isza U-turns out, and now Scissor wins. Clef wins everything. Besides Starmie wins. And here goes for HP Fire to finish off the Lander. I mean HP Fire into Bullet Punch. As we will go on to game 2. ABR brings this... I like ABR's teams a lot, like in general. You might call me an ABR fanboy. Like, Mega Ladia's balance is so cool. I saw Zamrock use this team. I think that's Bandit Terrakion. Saw Zamrock use this ABR team before. Isza has Mega Gardevoir bulky offense, looks pretty cool with a Klefki in the back for some nice spikes, some nice T-Wave support for those setup sweepers. We're gonna get right into it. We don't want to waste any time. ABR leads with the Landorus. Isza leads with Mega Gardevoir. As soon as this Scarf Lander and Rockstrand, so ABR goes hard into Tangros, predicting the I think he predicted the Landorus, right? And he didn't want a U-turn taking helmet damage. But I'm not 100% sure. He might also be Assault Vest Tangros and just pivot into that. I'm actually not sure on that. So ABR goes back into Landorus to intimidate Isza's Lando. Isza's Lando gets up with rocks. As ABR does the same. Yep. Isza gets in the Keldeo and we see ABR probably go into... I wanted to say Tangros, but then I was like, no, ABR is Helmet Tangros, he's physically defensive, so he cannot switch that into Keldeo. He just goes to Ledi, that makes sense. Mega evolves, and what does he go for? Oof, goes for Hidden Power. I was about to say, is that Hidden Power Fire? No, that's just, I assume HP fighting to catch the Bishop. But Isza just goes into Klefki. Klefki doesn't care. Klefki gets up a spike. Some nice hazard pressure on ABR's side. Heatran can just fire off Lava Plume here. Actually, wait. Toxic. ABR revealed Rocks on Landorus, so it's not Rockstrand. And it's not Scarf either. It's Toxic Trend. Is it like Toxic Magma Storm Taunt? Earth Power maybe? Like some sort of Stall Breaker or some sort of coverage move. As ABR goes into AB Changros on the Surf from the Life Orb Ledi, that does nothing. I see ABR going for knockoff here. No, he just switches out. Never mind. ABR is on another plateau. He predicted the Klefki and goes into Heatran. I don't know if he predicted the Klefki. Maybe he predicted something else. No, he probably predicted the Klefki. It makes the most sense. As Isza just goes into Ledi again. Not wanting anything else getting toxic. Ledi goes for Roost. ABR just spamming that Lava Plume. So I cannot scroll over to see the move. This is not live, this is post-com. Maybe it just goes back into Assault with Tangros on the Roost from the Ledi. I don't know why I said Roosted again there. As the Tangros just knocks off this time. Gets rid of the Klefki's lefties and we see Spike again. I thought we saw T-Wave maybe. ABR goes for Earthquake. The Klefki is almost down. Now Isza is forced to switch because he doesn't want to lose the Klefki. I think Isza is a he, I'm not 100% sure. I've been mixing this up a lot lately. Like at first, earlier rounds I didn't know how to pronounce Aisha's name. Isza. Now I'm still not 100% sure if it's a he or she. As we see ABR switch out the Heatran on the opposing Landorus that U-turns and takes some helmet damage from the Helmet Landor that ABR has. ABR has this Helmet Core, Helmet Landor, Helmet Tangro. So we see ABR hard switch Heatran into Mega Gardevoir. I mean, this is just probably a sack because he cannot live Hyper Voice plus Focus Blast. It misses. Isza says hit idiot. Why do you call your Pokemon idiot? Of course it misses if you call it idiot. As it hits... Yeah, that's ABR, that's not how we speak to our Pokemon. Of course it misses. ABR sacks the trend to the second Focus Blast. I mean, that miss doesn't really matter, because Terrakion can revenge kill the Gardevoir. Either way, as we see Stone Edge, yep. Stone Edge only does 41, I thought this Terrakion was banded. Maybe it's like Adamant Scarf, I'm not sure. But maybe it's banded and Keldeo is just bulkier than I remember like Adamant Banded Tar does like more than 41 to Keldeo, so maybe this is just Jolly Terrakion, or maybe Tita's just monstrosity-ish. Thought it would do a bit more. Okay, let's just see what happened. ABR switched the Terrakion into Ledi on a Scald. And we probably see a Roost from ABR's side as Isza predicts that and goes hard into Ledi. Yep. And Ledi can just drop a Draco now from Isza's part. ABR has no switch-ins. I mean, Tangros is a decent switch-in because it tanks the hit, thanks to Assault Vest, and then it can pivot out. Like, But he still doesn't really have a switch in. Maybe he will just sack this. No, he will pivot into Landorus. I mean, this Landorus will lift the hit, obviously, because it's -2. Never mind, Isza gets a crit, never mind. But I am glad he goes down a lot to the poison. Isza goes for Draco again, does not get the crit this time. That does nothing to the Mega Lady, that just goes for Ice Beam. I wanted to say Roosts, but yeah, ABR was predicting the switch there, I'd say. As the Mega Gardevoir is back, and ABR hits it with the Thunder Wave, the tech, and he gets the full para. Oof. ABR is nice. It's Isza calls this Gardevoir idiot again. ABR switches hard into Tangrowth, sacks that after the Hyper Voice. And Terrakion can click Stone Edge again, unless ABR doesn't want to risk that. Maybe he has like Iron Head or Rock Slide, I was thinking, but he just goes for the edge. He's a man. He's nice to his Pokemon. He doesn't call them idiots, so they actually hit their moves. Pretty nice. ABR is a good. Shoutouts to ABR. Like, actually, he commented when I was on Smog Tours that he liked that I was the only one that had reaction to the Smog Tours chat when he was playing Telly, that legendary game, and he said something really nice to me. Like, he said, "God bless your soul" or something. That was really nice of him. Shoutouts to you, my dude. As Isza brings in the Keldeo. I don't know if this is speed tie. I mean, yeah, Isza just lifts edge anyway. Terrakion is locked into edge, so he can be safe and just go for a water move or just kill off the Terrakion like that. As ABR brings back the Lady, and I assume we see a Roost. Or do we see a Hidden Power? We see Recover. Recover, Roost, same thing. ABR the God. Hard into Garchomp. Does the Klefki go for T-Wave? The Klefki goes for T-Wave. Nice prediction on ABR's part. I mean, that was pretty obvious, to be honest. I don't know why I'm talking like that was something special. I'm fanboying ABR way too much. Just kidding, he's a good player. Garchomp goes for Fire Blast twice on the incoming Lander. Lander just U-turns out. What? And dies to... Why is he not Earthquake? Oh, Isza predicted the Lady there. That was kind of an over prediction. As the Keldeo comes in, Skull does not kill the Chomp. We do not see a burn. The Chomp keeps clicking Fire Blast. It's a bit confusing to me why he keeps clicking Fire Blast. And ABR's Mega Lady can still win this. If Isza doesn't get the burn, ABR wins this. Or Isza doesn't get the burn. So ABR T-Waves the Keldeo cake. Recovers it back up to 100% health, and Isza goes to Klefki to hit ABR with the yellow magic and dies to HP fighting. I don't know why I'm pronouncing Hidden Power like so weird, so HP, like some American guy. I think that's American accent. So we see Keldeo, oh, Scarf Keldeo that speeds the Lady. That makes sense. As Hydro Pump does nothing and ABR takes every hit. Wait, why would you knock off there over Sucker Punch? Wait, why doesn't Sucker Punch do more? I mean, Sucker Punch probably wouldn't have killed. I don't know. I saw Isza posting and the OLT thread that he choked game 2. I don't know if he meant this particular turn, this specific turn. Let's see. But ABR takes this series 2-0. Moves on to round 5, losers bracket, OLT. Isza is out of this tour. Pretty sad, he was a good competitor, I liked his teams. But I also enjoy ABR's squads and ABR's plays and stuff like that, and he is fun in general. I'm kind of hoping for ABR versus Fuga in the grand finals, but we shall see, This is it for now. I'm gonna have to produce some more content for you guys, so I will keep this shorter. This is Dokkerich signing out. I will catch you guys next time. More shot on life, more OLT coming. Peace.